Hey guys, welcome back to another video on Games Edition. So in today's video we're going to be taking an in-depth look and review at the JVC Android TV. So let's get into the video. So what we're going to be looking at today is going to the last video I made on this TV, answering your guys' questions. For example, some people were asking, does this TV have Disney Plus and Plex? Another thing people were asking from the previous video was, what's it like to play games on? Because there's a small library of games. As you know, this TV has Google Play Store, so you have a small library of games that you can play from the Google Play Store. Also, one more thing to mention is thank you guys for well over 8,000 views and 90 likes on the first version of the video for this TV. So thank you guys for your support, and let's get into the video. So the first thing we're going to be checking out is app availability. So let's go to the Google Play Store and see what things you can get. So right off the bat, you can see this thing's pretty responsive, but let's get to the Google Play Store and see what things you can download. So right off the bat, one person's question is already answered. You can download Disney Plus, and just to confirm that, we'll click onto it, and there we are. You have the install sign there. Let's get this thing to focus. There we are, you can install it. So right off the bat, that's already done. You can download Disney Plus. Now another thing people were asking for was DAZN, and that's right here. Pluto's right here, Peloton's right here, Ted, and one more thing was, what was it again? Plex. Now let's see if you can download Plex on here. So let's type it in. The controller, although it's quite cheaply made, isn't all that bad. And there it is, Plex. So let's just click the search tab and see what else comes under Plex. So you got Plex, you got Prime Video, which is Amazon Prime Video, and that's what you've got here. You've also got Amazon Music. So let's just go to the home page for the Google Play Store and see what things you have. So hopefully this answers most of your guys' questions about the apps. So you have DAZN, Disney Plus, you got Twitch, TikTok for Android TV, Roku, you got Prime Video, ITV Hub, BT Sports, Spotify, Mix Player, WWE. You got the weather app for some reason, then you got Google Geo, YouTube Kids, Plex, which we've just gone over, and you got Daily Motion, you got UFC, you got quite a lot of apps here, so I'll just go through them so you guys can see clearly. And I think that's cycled again. Then these are the games, so it only has a small library of games. The games aren't that well optimized, however we'll go through that in another part in this video. So that's your small library of games. And then you've also got these streaming apps here, then your movie plus TV apps, and then your entertainment apps. And that's about it. Then you've got the categories here if you're searching for something specific. And that's about it for the Google Play Store and what apps you can download on this TV. Okay, so the other thing that was asked quite frequently on the comments section about this TV from the part 1 video was, what is the difference between the Android TV variant of this JVC Android TV and the Amazon Fire variant? So let's go through that now. So at the same time we can test out the voice recognition. So there's actually a button here where you can use the Google. I won't say the actual catchphrase because it might activate your phone. JVC Android TV. Okay, so it's pretty, oh, and there's our first video. So the voice recognition is actually pretty accurate. Do you have to hold it? JVC Fire Amazon TV. Okay, so let's talk about the Amazon variant of this TV. Now the Amazon variant of this TV, pretty much most of the specs are the same. So you've got the you've got the 4K, you've got all the smart functions, you've got some of the apps, but not all of them. Because this is the Android variant, you actually have more variety of the Android app library. So for example, the games, Disney Plus, Plex, but with the Amazon Fire one, although it is more expensive, you're still limited to a few functions. Now yes, for example, the voice recognition might be better on there. You might have a better looking stand in my opinion for the Amazon Fire variant, and an overall better controller, but we'll get into the controller part last, the quality control. So that's about it for the differences between the Android variant and the Fire variant. So it depends what your preferences are. If you have an Android phone, I'd definitely go for the JVC Android TV, as it's a lot more compatible with your phone if you've got an Android phone. However, if you're using something like a Amazon Fire Kindle or something like that, then go with the Amazon Fire TV, as it'll support that a lot better. Okay, so now we're going to find some games that we can actually test out on this TV to show you guys how well optimized it is. So let's head over to the Google Play Store and we can take a look at the games library at the same time. So you've got Red Ball, you've got Crossy Road. What game can we use for testing? Asphalt 8 is usually a good option for testing, so let's click install and you guys can watch how long it takes to actually install this. Connect to gamepad. I'll also show you guys how to connect a gamepad to this. So for now we'll click cancel. Let's just install this. Okay, continue. So I'm guessing you have to use a gamepad. Okay, so it's already on 7%, 12%. By the way, this is connected wirelessly, it's not connected with an Ethernet. So it's actually downloading pretty fast. Okay, we're at 50%, 60%. Okay, and it's stuck on 80. We're going to 83. 88. Okay, so it's not that slow actually downloading. Also, we'll get onto how much storage this thing has. If you've missed the first video, we'll also talk about some of the things from the previous one, such as storage. Okay, so I'll be back with you guys once I get a controller. Okay, and we're back for the game testing segment of this video. So the controller I'm going to be using is a Xbox controller. It's just a standard one. It's not an Elite or anything like that. It's just a standard Xbox controller. You should be able to use a DualShock 4 or DualShock 5. The 5 probably isn't supported yet, but you can use your standard DualShock 4 controller because it has the Bluetooth in it. Now I'm going to show you guys how to actually connect it. So you'll see this settings icon right at the top over here. So what you're going to do is head over to that settings icon. Settings, takes a bit of time to load. Accidental touch. What you're going to want to do is head over to, I'll be back guys, let me just get this connected again. Okay, so as I was saying, you're going to want to hit this settings button, go into the settings tab, scroll down to where it says remotes and accessories. And then, as you can see, my controller is already connected. Well, not yet because it's not on. But to add an accessory, you go to add accessory, you turn your controller on or whatever device you have, turn it on, turn the Bluetooth on, put it into pairing mode, and from there, just proceed with the steps. Okay, so after searching for an accessory, it may take a while, but now my Xbox wireless controller is here, so let's go ahead and select that. There we are. And you should actually be able to use your Xbox controller to actually control the entire TV. So going into apps, going out of apps. So let's pair this. Tap it one more time. And I should be able to control pretty much everything using the controller, such as going to the home screen, exiting apps, entering apps. Oh, couldn't pair. Let's try this one more time. Trying to keep this real for you guys so you can see everything. Couldn't pair. Right. Let's try one more time. Give it another shot. One more go and after you diagnose this. Off camera. Okay, so we're trying another method now. So what I've done, I've unpaired the Xbox controller from the last time it was on this TV, and we're going to try and search for it again. Hopefully this time it connects. I'm trying to keep this unbiased, so that's why I'm showing you guys everything, the full process. So let's try giving this one more shot. So whilst it's doing this, we'll talk about the actual reliability of this TV. So reliability wise, it's It's got some days where it's very good, where it'll work with your screen mirror sharing, it'll connect wirelessly to everything. Aye, there we are, it's paired. Okay, so guys, so a quick fix is actually unpairing it from here, and then adding the accessory and repairing again. So if you guys want to repair something that was already paired, make sure you do that, and it'll pair easily. Okay, so now that we have the controller repaired, paired, we can actually use that to go through everything. So now that we have Asphalt installed, let's head over to there. Yep, home. So it's pretty responsive to via the Bluetooth for the controller. So if you've downloaded an app and you can't find it, that's usually because you have to go to here, which is the add application. You're going to want to go here, go to, so for example, I downloaded Asphalt 8, click on there and it'll be added to your library, just like that. So let's load up Asphalt and see what it's like. So I'll be back once this thing's loaded up and I'm ready. Okay, so we're now playing Asphalt and you guys are going to see how optimized this is. Well, how unoptimized it is. By the way, the flickering is just from the camera, but the actual quality you're about to see and lag is from the game. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of lag here. Not the most reliable thing to play games on. I guess it was just added as a gimmick, just an extra feature. Yeah, this is really laggy. It's not worth your time, guys, playing games on this. However, if you were to play, for example, if you were to connect your PS4, Xbox to this TV, then yeah, it'd probably be worth it then because of the 4K. Now, it does not have anything fancy like 120 Hertz or 120 FPS mode. It's just basic 60 Hertz, 60 FPS at 4K. That's if the console you're using supports that. Yeah, so I think this is pretty much enough testing for you guys. As you can see, it's very laggy. Okay, so now that we're out of that laggy mess, let's move on to my conclusion for this JVC Android TV. Now, I've had this TV for a few months now. Overall, it's been okay for watching the occasional Netflix, YouTube. It's been okay. However, it does suffer problems from connection drops from your Wi-Fi. Also, as you can see, it's just dropped connection again. Yeah, reliability-wise, this thing isn't all that worth it. However, if it's something you're going to be using that's connected to a cable box, for example, your Sky box or your Version box, or even if you have one of those smart digiboxes, if you're going to have it connected to one of those, then I guess it's worth it because you're not using any of the smart functions. However, if your budget is really tight, then this TV isn't a bad recommendation. If you're on a tight budget and you want something that will work, it'll do the job, it's not a bad TV. Now, I have heard similar complaints about the Amazon Fire variant of this TV, so I'm guessing both TVs have similar problems, they're just running different OSs. So one's running Fire OS and one's running Android OS. So overall, it's not a bad TV on a budget. However, if you can extend your budget and buy something better, for example, an LG Smart TV or an LG Android TV, or maybe one of the Samsung Smart or Android TVs, I'd highly recommend going for one of them if your budget can expand slightly, or yeah, if it can expand slightly your budget, then definitely do not go for this. Go for one of the LG, Samsung, Philips, go for any other brand. As this is JVC's first try, I think, at making a Android TV. So definitely do not go for this one if you can expand it on your budget. Definitely go for something else. Now I'm going to do a mini Q&A. Well, not a Q&A. I'm going to be answering your guys' questions from the last video. So I'll meet you guys there. So as you guys can see, I'm going to be answering some of your guys' questions from the last video. So let's see what some of the questions are. Okay, so one person asked, is part 2 coming soon? Well, Jerry, here's your part 2. So you'll have that coming soon. Really good review, direct, non-biased, thank you. Does it support Disney Plus? Yes, it does. Will it run at 4K on my PS4 Pro? Yes, it will run on 4K with your PS4 Pro, depending on what game you're playing. Because if your PS4 Pro, you're not playing a game on your PS4 Pro that supports 4K, for example, Grand Theft Auto, well, you're not going to be using 4K then. But if you're playing, for example, Black Ops 3, that's just an example, you'll have the 4K mode enabled. What is the HDR like? So the HDR is pretty good on this TV, no complaints there. Okay, and then this is one question I've already answered. Hi there, I'm looking at this TV. One is the Amazon 5 version and the JVC Android variant, both in 50-inch. I've already got Alexa, an Android phone, plus the phone links to my Google Chrome network. Okay, so like I was saying before, guys, if you have an Android phone and most your essentials are Android, then definitely go for the Android variant. However, if you have things like the Amazon Kindle and you have some Amazon devices, Amazon Fire devices, definitely go for the Amazon Fire version then. Whichever one you think is best for you. For example, you have an Android phone, and you're on the Android side of things, definitely go for the Android one. However, if you're using some Amazon Fire devices, definitely go for the Amazon Fire device, the Amazon Fire TV. Okay, another question is, does this TV have Now TV? No, this does not have Now TV on it. Okay, another person asked, have you played Xbox, PlayStation games on this? And if so, how is the input lag when playing? Okay, so the input lag isn't that bad. I've actually used a PS4 Pro on this, which I do not have for this video. I actually used a PS4 Pro on this. I played a few games. I played a truck simulator game. I played Grand Theft Auto, Black Ops 3, and the obvious Fortnite. I played all 4 of those games, and it ran pretty good. There wasn't much input lag, and I was playing Black Ops 3 at 4K. The quality was pretty good. Not gonna lie, the quality was pretty good. And for the other games, 1080p, it was very good, the experience. Okay, and the second to last question is, can you download third-party apps like IPTV? Yes, this TV does have IPTV on it, so you can download that. And there are some other third-party apps that you can download. By the way, I'll have the link to this part 2 in the description of the part 1 video, just in case people want to see part 2. Okay, another person asked, on the Google Play Store, are there any games? Yes, there is games. However, it's a small library of games, and they're not all that. They're not best for this TV. The supporting that really isn't that good. Okay, and the last question is, can you get Apple TV on this? So can you get the Apple TV app on this Android TV? The answer is no, you cannot get Apple TV on here. Okay, and that's it for this video, guys. If you like what we do around here, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions to ask, please put them in the comment section down below. I'll try and get back to you and answer all of your guys' questions. And like I said, if you like what we do around here, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.